Hey everybody, I'm standing here at the AIFC Connect event right inside the Shanghai Stock Exchange. The energy is something else. You can feel the momentum shifting eastward in real time. So looking behind me, we have a traditional Dombra performance and tons of people inside. This is where the roadmap to real economic action is heading. We're talking about the absolute titans of Chinese finance being here today, all in one room. ICBC, Bank of China, China Construction Bank, the heavyweight state-owned banks that literally move trillions. CITIC Securities, CICC, Guotai, Caitong, the top-tier investment banks and brokerages. And then the asset managers, eFund, China Asset Management, China Universal. These are the gatekeepers of China's domestic capital, and they're all physically here looking at Kazakhstan. But what really catches my eye is the industrial muscle. LONGi Green Energy, the world's largest solar technology company, China Shanghai Energy, the coal and energy giant, and COSCO Shipping, the global logistics arteries. We've also got Shanghai Construction Group, Zhenhua Heavy Industries, and these are not tourists. These are companies that build ports, they build railways, they build power plants, and entire supply chains. And they are sitting across the tables from Kazakh entities like Samruk-Kazyna, the Sovereign Wealth Fund, Freedom Broker, Kazpost, the AIX exchange, the AIFC itself, and let me give you the numbers that put this all in perspective. Over 9,000 Chinese companies are already registered in Kazakhstan. 9,000. That is not a trial run, that's a permanent presence. And then you look at the visa data. 35% of all C5 work visas are going to Chinese workers. That category specifically covers investors, managers, and skilled specialists. So this is not just traders passing through. China is physically sending its human capital to embed into the Kazakh economy. We have engineers, we have project managers, we have financial analysts. They are building something long term, and the money is following the people. Let me give you the FDI picture because it tells the whole story in 2025. Alone, Kazakhstan pulled in $20.5 billion in gross FDI inflows. That's up 14.4% year on year. Fixed capital investment hit $43.6 billion, a 13% jump. But here is the headline that connects directly to this room. In the third quarter of 2025, Kazakhstan and China became each other's largest single source of FDI. China pumped in $12 billion in one quarter alone, surpassing Russia for the first time ever. Over the first 3 quarters combined, China's total reached $26 billion. So when you see all these names behind me, ICBC, CICC, CITIC Securities, these are not aspirational conversations. These are institutions already deploying capital at scale. And this is not just a China story. The UNCTAD World Investment Report confirms Kazakhstan holds nearly 68% of all accumulated FDI in Central Asia, with a total stock of $151.3 billion. That is more than 10 times what its neighbors have attracted. The money is coming from everywhere. The Netherlands, the US, South Korea, France, the Middle East, specifically through the AIFC itself, which is hosting this fantastic event today, along with the Shanghai Stock Exchange. Participants in the AIFC raised $6 billion just in 2025. And since the center launched in 2018, the cumulative total has passed $20 billion. What you're witnessing at this event is the formalization of something much bigger. The Shanghai Stock Exchange and the AIFC are creating a direct corridor for cross-listing. For yuan-denominated bonds on the AIX, for green finance through the AIFC Green Finance Center, the fact that companies like Zijin Mining, Shandong Gold, and Jiangxi Copper are here on this list tells you everything. Kazakhstan is not just a belt and road transit hub anymore. It's a resource security partner and an investment destination on its own, with a regulatory framework at the Astana International Financial Center that speaks the language of global capital and understands English common law. Independent courts, tax incentives, and much more. So you can put it all together. 9,000 Chinese companies registered, over $20 billion of fresh FDI flowing annually, $151 billion in accumulated stock. China, now the top source of foreign capital, and the numbers are accelerating. So if you're sitting in London or New York or Singapore and still think Central Asia is a frontier afterthought, you need to look at the screen. This is the Shanghai Stock Exchange hosting a dedicated Kazakhstan Connect event with a room packed full of CEOs and chairmen. The capital has already made the decision. Kazakhstan is where you need to be. The Chinese figured it out years ago. The question now is whether everyone else catches up before the doors get too narrow.